What is up, YouTube? This is Angel here, back with a Tuesday afternoon training video. Today I did a 280 pounds high bar back squat that you'll see later on, and I also did a 120 pounds overhead press, 3 sets of 8 reps. So you guys will see footage of those lifts being performed. And as usual, I'd like to read an excerpt from something I find very inspiring, again from The Way of Man, but this time the topic is about honor. The idea of honor shines an ancient light so warm and golden that everyone wants to stand in it. This is the most natural desire in the world, because honor in its most inclusive sense is esteem, respect, and status. To be honored is to be respected by one's peers. Thomas Hobbes wrote in Leviathan that what is honorable was, whatsoever possession, action, or quality is an argument and a singe of power. Hobbes believed that honor existed in a free market, where value was accorded to men based on what men had to offer and what value that other men placed on it. For Hobbes, honor was a form of deference, an acknowledgement of power and influence over other men. In our rudimentary gang of a few men depending on each other in a hostile environment, this definition of honor is directly related to the other 3 masculine virtues. In a hostile environment, strength, courage, and mastery are all absolutely necessary for survival, and everyone in the gang understands this to be true because external threats are regular and imminent. Men who exhibit these traits will have greater value to the group and contribute more to the group's survival and prosperity. Deference acknowledges interdependency and loyalty. In a relatively secure society, while power ultimately comes from the ability to use violence, there are so many middlemen involved that the person who wields the most power and influence may simply be the person with the most wealth or popularity. For instance, teen singing stars and talk show hosts can wield tremendous power and influence, but their power has little or nothing to do with the esteem of the fighting men who gave the word honor its heroic glow. According to James Bowman, there are 2 types of honor. Reflexive honor is the primitive desire to hit back when hit, to show that you will stand up for yourself. To expand on Bowman's theory, reflexive honor is the signal of the rattlesnake, communicating a reputation for retaliation, summed up by the popular old motto, Nemo me impune racite, or no one attacks me with impunity. To protect one's honor is as defensive as it is offensive, even if attack is preemptive, as it often is. People are more likely to leave you alone if they fear harm from you, and if men give way to you because they fear you, you will gain a certain status among men. This is equally true for a group, and in a survival scenario, it is generally a tactical advantage to appear to be fearsome. That is, it is tactically advantageous to cultivate a reputation for strength, willingness to fight, and tactical mastery. A man once said, "If I allow a man to steal my chickens, I might as well let him rape my daughters." That's reflexive honor. Bowman also recognized the idea of cultural honor, which he defined as a sum of the traditions, stories, and habits of thought of a particular society about the proper and improper uses of violence. Bowman's definition of cultural honor has a moral cast to it. While Bowman links it to violence above, he notes throughout his book that there is a conflict, especially but not uniquely, in the Western mind between manly public honor and private moral honor that has as much to do with one's personal philosophy and a desire to be a good person as it does with one's reputation for violent retaliation in the eyes of men. While Bowman's view of cultural honor follows from reflexive honor, cultural honor is ultimately concerned with being a good man, not being good at being a man. Because it is linked to morality and what is valued culturally, the cultural code of honor can be morphed into virtually anything. We see this in the way the blood is wiped from the blade of honor today. Honor is used to indicate almost any sort of general esteem, deference, or respect. School recognition programs like the National Honor Society continue the meritocratic, hierarchical sense of honor because study is an attempt at mastery. However, gender neutral and non-violent, the deference that Hobbes recognized in honor is now applied to abstract concepts that have little or nothing to do with traditional honor. Now, you just heard an excerpt from the honor chapter of The Way of Men, but I'd like to apply it one step further and ask my listeners, what are you doing that's honorable today? How are you respecting yourself? Through strength training, you're building your body, building your temple. So I hope that you guys also demonstrate honor and respect yourselves and hold yourselves with high regard each and every workout. Strong lifters wouldn't exist in this world if we don't hold ourselves with such high regard. So I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next training session.